Hey guys, welcome back to another building video. So today I'm going to be building a gardener's farmhouse kind of thing, almost kind of a cottage, but I went more towards a farmhouse kind of look for this build. So here I am just starting on the basic shape. I decided to keep it quite small, just because I've been building quite big houses or apartments recently, so I wanted to build something on the smaller side. I did really want to focus on mainly landscaping in this build, so you'll see later on that I do a lot of landscaping, and I use the all of the objects from either the debug menu or live edit objects to get the trees that were around the area, which I like doing in builds. I like getting the trees and the landscaping that's in the world, so it all looks more cohesive than it normally would. So I'm just starting on the build. I thought I'd keep it quite simple as well as small, so it's just 2 stories, very basic shape. There's a kitchen and then a shared living and dining area, which is again quite small. But yeah, I tried to do some interesting roofing, so there's a wraparound veranda, as you can see, which I was going to turn into a balcony just there, but I decided to keep it as a veranda because I wanted to use spandrels and fences and that kind of thing to make the build look more interesting. I had a lot of problems with flooring and platforms in this build. I think it might be the new update, but I had to go and fix quite a few things that was just kind of glitching, I suppose. But yeah, I chose this green colour. I've literally never seen this colour in the menu. I don't know if it came in a previous update, because I know they updated a lot of the swatches for items that came in base game, but I've literally never seen this green, and it's so pretty. I can't believe I've never seen it, but I will be using it in more builds now that I know. I'm also using the windows that came from Cats and Dogs, as I am building in Brindleton Bay. If you wanted to download the build, I think most of the actual build itself is base game and Cats and Dogs, other than the columns that you see, which are from the Harry and Felix or Janik pack, which will be linked in the description. I kept the CC in this build quite minimal, so there's I think only 4 packs in total. Most of them are from Harry and Felix, if you know their CC, but there is one from Pierre. I think that's how you say it, but yeah, literally 4 custom content packs. They're all country or farmy kind of themed. I thought that would make it easier to find the custom content that I'm using if I limited the custom content packs that I used in the build itself. So if you want to find them, they're down below. I'll link their Patreon, so you can also support the creators if you wish. But of course, everything is free, and it should be safe to download. Don't take my word for it, but it's from their Patreon, so it should be completely safe. So yeah, here I'm starting on the landscaping. I did go quite crazy with the not crazy, but I did go quite heavy on the landscaping. Just because as I mentioned in a previous build, I downloaded the Twisted Mexi Better Build By mod, which allows you access to debug items a lot easier than the game menu does. It's really easy to find things as well because they're in the right categories, so all the live edit trees are with all of the trees, which is really handy. So I was enjoying using some of the bigger bushes to fill out the landscaping, and I just love how green everything is. As you can see, I did put a pond in. I've been really loving using the landscaping tools recently because I never really messed with them, but I've really enjoyed using the pond tool, and there are some ducks and fish, and I think dragonflies. It's dragonflies or mosquitoes, I can't quite remember, but I put some of those in. I did take screenshots of this build that will be at the end of the video, but I took them in the manage world view. I did move a sim in and try to take screenshots in live mode, so you could see the ducks and all the things on the pond, which I thought would be cool, but the lighting was just so terrible, and I wasn't gonna sit there for like ages waiting for the lighting to be good. I know there's cheats, but I don't know, for some reason they weren't working when I put them in. I tried to change the seasons as well, because I've previously only done that with the weather machine, but it just wasn't working. So they are just in managed world, so ignore that the pond has the like almost like stick, I don't know what they're called, the like decals of the objects that are animated in live mode. So yeah, this is a little greenhouse out back. I thought this would be really cute. It's only like, it's tiny, it's nothing really impressive, but I put the flower arranging table in there. So here I'm starting on the farm, I suppose. It's just like roses planted, and I think red and orange roses I did, or it might have been pink. I think it was orange, yeah, orange. It's only small. I don't have country living. If I had country living, I would have done the is it called country living? I can't remember. Cottage living, that's it. If I had cottage living, I would have done the large like farm planters there, but I don't, so I had to kind of fake the look of it, but I still think it looks really good, and it's surrounded by trees, which is really nice. And I tried to use a lot of terrain paint in this build as well to make it come to life, and I think it really comes across, like the slightly worn grass and like the paving and the little stones that I did throughout the like farm area. I thought it looked really cute. Also, I've literally never used this wedding arch for anything other than like actually getting married, and it looks really cute just in a garden with a little bench underneath it. I'm not sure it actually works in gameplay, but it's still nice for your Sims to sit there. Or if you did want them to get married in the garden, which would also be so nice. Like, this is such a good little like family home, not really family home, but little cottage home to get married at if you wanted your Sims to get married here. Yeah, so this is the little greenhouse. It's just got a few pots in it and some decorations to do with gardening. I raised up some of the plant pots using the 9 key on my keyboard, and I thought that looked really cool. Like, they were sat on the table like they'd been taking cuttings or something. Just makes it look slightly more realistic. And I did put some newspapers down. I just imagined they were trying to keep the floor clean, but I kind of didn't realise that they were for animals, like for peeing on, but I still thought it was cute in there. So yeah, I'm just finishing up the garden now and then adding the mailbox and the trash cans to the front. I also put a laundry line in. I was going to do a washer and dryer inside, but I thought the laundry line and the like tub with the board made a lot more sense, so that's out the back as well. And here I am just starting on the back porch. I thought I'd keep it quite simple. There's just a couple of like wicker sofas out the back, some more plant pots, and then like a basket full of blankets. I thought it would just be nice if you were sat there in the evening watching the sunset or looking out into the garden, because it is really nice. This lot is the one, it's like the 2 lots at the back of Brindleton Bay. There's like a big family house next to them, but it has the like, it's kind of weird because it has the highway going behind it, but it's really secluded, which I liked. So yeah, so this is the little entryway. It's really simple. It's just got a few pairs of shoes, a hallway table to put the stuff on. I think I put not an aquarium, not terrarium either. I don't know what it's called, but it's like the things your sim can collect the butterflies and things in that came with Outdoor Retreat. It's a really old pack, but there are actually some like good items in that pack, and also just building in that world is really nice. I like the idea of like this sim collecting like little bugs and things. I thought that would suit them. I put a little stool in as well, so that if your sim was like putting shoes on or taking them off, I thought it'd be easier. I also kept stone floor in here. I don't know if that would make much sense, but I imagined it was like tile stone, just because this is like the mud room where they would take their shoes off after being outside all day. I thought it would make more sense than like wood. So here I'm starting on the living room. This has items from Pearson's Woodland Ranch. I think that's where that sofa's from, and those 2 chairs, but I might be wrong. It might be from the Hey Harry country, but again, everything will be linked below, so if you like an item, it's probably from one of those 4 packs. Or base game. I used a lot of base game in this build as well, and Parenthood, and outdoor retreat actually, yeah. And there's a lot of items in the kitchen from each of those packs. So. I really wanted this room to be quite cluttered but cozy. So there's the wicker baskets from Laundry Day and those big stack of books from Cats and Dogs. So yeah, lots of clutter, lots of pictures. I wanted loads of picture frames around, and later on, I think now actually, I do a almost quote-unquote gallery wall around the fireplace with some pictures, which I thought was really nice. Those 2 plants in frames on the wall are from the I think it's House of Harlix basic, which is Harry and Felix Andre basic pack, which is the like fake IKEA looking pack, but they had some really nice items that suited this build as well, so it just goes to show even a pack that you don't think will suit your build might have items that are really good. So yeah, I wanted lots of candles as well. I wanted to just make this really cozy. That's why I've got the cushions and the hanging plant from, I think it's from the Blooming Room kits, which I actually got for free the other week. I think they were just offering it out for free. I know they did that with Desert Lux. But yeah, that one was free as well, so I think it was for a limited time only though, so you might have to check, but they do that every now and then. They release, I think it's just the, what they called, kits. I think it's just the kits every now and then, but it's still really handy. So yeah, I switched out the rug there. I just wasn't vibing with the other one. It was a bit too purple, and this one looks a lot more like worn and like passed down from family to family, so I thought that suited a lot more. I also imagined that this sim crafted a lot of their own furniture, and I put that wooden horse sculpture there that you make from the wood crafting table. I didn't put the wood crafting table in, but you could always do that. I just imagined that a lot of this furniture was handmade or at least passed down from generations. So yeah, starting on the kitchen, I wanted to keep everything quite old and traditional. Like, they hadn't renovated anything since they moved in. It's just they've got some modern appliances like a microwave and the tea machine. So the stove and the fridge are quite old. Not old, just very traditional. I've never used those like metal stove and fridge in this brown colour, but it's actually really nice. I always think the black looks a bit harsh, but in the brown it's really nice, especially with the like fully wooden counters that I used. I was going to put cabinets in here, but it looked way too crowded, so I just kept it simple with some clutter on the sides. Quite a few items of clutter from the outdoor retreat pack, as I said. I changed it to tile in here as well, at least on like half of the wall, because I thought it made a lot more sense than not having it, especially if in a kitchen when you're like preparing food and things. So moving upstairs, I start on the bathroom, I think. So yeah, here I am starting on the bathroom. Once again, keeping it simple. I just literally shower, a bathtub, but I wanted to make it look quite traditional. So the bathtub is one of those like Victorian looking ones where it like scoops up to one side. I was going to use a like standalone sink, like the standalone bathroom sinks, but I decided to use the the counters that I use in the kitchen downstairs, just because I thought that made more sense. Like that's how the house would have come, almost. Like they would have used the same furniture upstairs as downstairs. So yeah, I'm just using some like, actually most of the clutter's from base game, just to clutter up the bathroom. And I was going back to the kitchen as well, just to add some more clutter in that I found. I just wanted to let you know as well, if you wanted to download this build, it's on the gallery under the same name as my YouTube channel, so Simmy Builds. You can find me there. Just turn on the custom content tag in the filters on the gallery, otherwise you won't be able to see my builds, but yeah. So just finalising, adding some more clutter, towels, you know, classic bathroom items, just to fill out the space a bit more, make it a bit more lived in than if it was just a bare bathroom. I also went back to the living room to fix up the gallery wall. I wanted to add some of those pictures of Sims that look like they're quite old. And here I am starting on the bedroom. Most of the bedroom furniture is from Cats and Dogs, I believe. The bed, the side tables and the dresser are all from Cats and Dogs, which is probably the most used pack. Sims 4 pack in this build at least, other than a few items from Laundry Day and I think Seasons actually, but it's mainly Cats and Dogs. So I use this like warmer base game wallpaper that looks like the Parenthood one that I used downstairs, but it had more swatches that I liked in the wood tone I was using. So I actually didn't mind mixing wood tones in here. As you can see, there's some lighter woods, but I thought the furniture looked quite old, so it was almost like passed down from family, as I said about some of the furniture downstairs. So I didn't mind that too much. I didn't really care about matching the woods exactly. I was more focused on the actual look of the furniture itself. That shelf to the left with the scarf and jumper hanging from it, that is from the Harry and Felix Andre organic pack again. So as you can see, like most of the CC is from the same pack, so it'd be easier to find. There's also a lot of plants in this build, which I hadn't really mentioned until now, like inside as well. That just suits the sim that I imagine living here, like gardening. Of course they would have plants inside. I wanted to have a little like reading area for this sim as well, because I imagine they did a lot of reading or like research around the plants. So just outside the bedroom in this weird little shaped hallway, I added like a window seat, which again is from Organic, and just a bookshelf. So that's pretty much everything for today, guys. So thank you for watching, and if you want me to build for any specific sims, please leave a comment down below. I always enjoy that. And yeah, have a great day.